Hi everyone, welcome to Flower Factor. Today we are in the greenhouse. We are at LG Flowers, a breeder and grower of gerbras, and they have 94 mini gerbras. So that's a lot of choice. This is like a huge candy store here. Beautiful to be in a gerbera greenhouse, all the colors you see. And today I'm going to show you some quick ideas for Easter, for Mother's Day, but of course you can use it for anything. I'm going to start off really simple. I have different pieces of cork with a hole inside, and we're just going to thread them onto the flowers. Different sizes, very simple. I'm going to use a tie rib to fix it in different heights. Of course, don't put it too tight, the tie rib, because we don't want to damage the flower. And just by grabbing a few of these pieces of cork together with this unique gerbera, I mean, look at this, it's really cool. And again, I'm placing it on different heights on the stem. And of course it's a Q&A, so if you have questions, please let us know. And like always, I hope we can inspire you with a lot of ideas. I'm going to try to show about 10 things in half an hour, so it will be quick and commercial, things you can use easy in your shop today or tomorrow if you have the materials. One more. And then with 4 really beautiful different gerbras, we already create something that looks interesting. Very simple, very effective. The other thing we can do is with this loofah and a sharp knife, we basically take small slices. And I have very special memories of this knife, because once it was right here, you can see the scar, so be careful. And the nice thing is we have these little holes that are inside, so the trick is to go through with a stick, but not really through the holes, because we want to use the holes to put the flowers through. And we can make a nice structure. In this way with the loofah, so we can just use sticks. You can also use hot glue. So I hope everyone enjoying so far. And again, if you have questions, just ask them. I'm just gonna put them on a flat surface and going through with the sticks. Maybe use a little bit of a turning motion. And we just make a little simple structure. Of course, later on we can cut away some sticks. And if you see me turning red, that's because it's really warm here. And it is a very high and wet atmosphere, so just something like this. We're going to cut away some of the sticks. See if it needs a little bit more strength. And then we're going to place it on top of our structure, and I'm having foam inside, so I can use sticks also to fix it again. Going through. Nice contrast with the black and the white, light color. And let's go for a nice dark one, intense. Make sure you give your flowers a clean cut, and then we can use the holes to place the flowers in the directions that we want. And the nice thing is, when we have a good concept, when we have a nice structure and good quality, beautiful flowers, that you don't need a lot to make a beautiful impression. Of course, we can add details by repeating this higher, but this is just to show you an idea. We will have a full table later on, I think. So I have a placemat, and I've cut a piece off. I drilled some holes in, and then I have a structure made of long wire with wool. Very simple. Basically what I'm going to do is first attach the placemat to the wire. So I'm using a little bit of hot glue. Oh, my container is almost falling. It's important to do it a bit quick, otherwise the glue will dry. And then we place it on, and then we have a nice structure. A bit too quick, you see I'm short on this side, but we're creative, so let's imagine it's perfect in the middle. But a nice structure that we can easily play with. I think I'm going with these beauties. I think it's funky, but I'm not sure. Not always good with names, to be honest.
It's twisty,
Twisty.
I hear.
Ah, happy to know that. Yeah, for me flower names are always a challenge. And with this really nice structure and the flowers that are having a totally different wild structure, and then that smooth structure of the placemat, it gives a nice contrast. So I hope everyone is enjoying. You can see it's very warm. And again, sometimes I will not finish it, but it's just to show you quick and fun ideas.
So this would be for Mother's Day, or?
Yeah, that could be a nice little bouquet for Mother's Day. Make this hole a little bit bigger. We have one more. Take some rope. Not putting it too tight. Don't want to damage the stems.
So Pim, Elena, both are saying hi.
Hello.
As well as Kim Zeilan.
Needs a little bit more water. And just to make it a little bit more soft, where is the spray glue? I'm just gonna put a few of these on to break the shape a little bit. Again, it's very simple. It's just to show you quick and fun ideas with beautiful gerbras. And this could be a nice idea for a bouquet. Well, it's getting messy, so that's a good sign. I have this, again, placemats, so I'm just gonna go around really tight. First, let me see if I have the thick wire. So I'm going round the neck of the vase and really making it tight and also a little bit messy. That's not a problem. And then later on we're going to shape it. So I'm going to add another one.
So this is going to be another Mother's Day design?
Yes, another Mother's Day design.
And why would you say gerbras are perfect for Mother's Day?
Well, I think for me, I used to work in gerbras. When I was 16, I worked in the gerbras, so I have a special relationship with the flower. But I think it's a flower that always smiles and always brings a certain, always brings a certain smile to your face, because they are funny, they are colorful, and they have just that stubborn little own way of growing. So for me, perfect flower. I'm using sticks to make the structure a little bit stronger, but also to shape it a little bit in the directions that I want. You see, it's very easy. So something as simple as this can be enough for a nice structure. And we're going to do a little mix, I think, because also the placemat is very colorful, so we're just going to mix it. And even with the sticks later on, I can place them also in a certain direction. We'll show you in a few moments. So if I want this a little bit higher, I'm just gonna use a stick, put a little bit of pressure on, not too much, so I can clamp it and it's fixed. And in this way we can style the flowers in different lengths. Very simple, but I think very effective. Let me see what we have more. I think everyone knows them. The plastic little containers. Basically what you can do is cut out a bottom part. These are not really expensive, so good to use. And then if we then give it a little bit of glue on the edge and glue it on the other one, we already have a nice base. And if we cover that base with betula bark, then we have a nice cool structure to work with. And this probably will hurt many growers, but I'm going to work really short. Sorry. But I like this combination of the hard betula bark and then that fluffy structure and texture of the flower. Very simple, but it almost becomes a different flower. And let's add an extra detail. I have some bicycle tube, inner tube of a bicycle. Just gonna make a few quick knots. Very simple. I'm going to use pins to fix it. In this case, some black pins going a little bit over the flowers, just to break a little bit the structure. And something like this already can be beautiful.
So Tim, the gerbera is on the flower agenda right now.
That's true.
So
yes,
good reason to use.
The Flower Council has the flower agenda, and this month, April, gerbera is on it. So extra reason to use it. Easter. So what's Easter without eggs? Basically, we placed the eggs upside down, made a little structure with the rattan, made a little handle. And then we have a nice base to play with our flowers. And in this case, yellow. I'm going to play in different lengths. So making it really Easter, springtime, playful. I don't know if there are any questions coming online.
No, not that much. So please don't be shy. Ask
So like I said, always when I teach, if you have questions, you have to ask them. If you don't have questions, you have to think of them. Because the more questions, the more answers probably, and the more we all learn. So again, keeping it really simple, let the flower and the structure do their thing, and in many cases that's enough to impress your customers and clients. Where is it? Of course we can do a little detail inside the eggs as a nice surprise, but in this case I'm just gonna leave it like it is.
So we do have a question now. If you have treated the eggshells in any way so they don't break?
No. No treatment, just very, very careful.
Okay.
Really funny, really quick to make, and easy to make.
What did you use to pierce the eggshells?
Basically you buy them already pierced.
Oh really?
You can buy them half, you can buy them whole, you can buy them with a hole inside. So depending the use you have or what you want to create, make your choice on that.
And if you do need to do it yourself, use a little drill?
I have a really cool machine for that. That's this thing. This is now with a little sharp edge to cut things, but you can also put little drills on it. It works really precise and you can work really neat and quick with it.
Even with those fragile eggshells?
Yep, even with the eggshells. Of course you have to be a bit careful. So I have these dry grasses. I'm just going to show you how I made the structure that I already prepared. And basically I'm just going to make a mess by putting it like this. Use my spray glue and add another layer. So basically it's a lot of spray glue and a lot of layering of the dry grasses. And then at a certain moment you get a little bit thickness and strength and you can create this. I attached a little handle by making 3 wires in an angle. Let me see if I can find one. Here you can find one of the wires.
Oh, there it
there.
is. Oh, there it is.
And in this way, a really quick base, again for a nice bouquet. And in general, I don't make a lot of bouquets. But in this case, I'm going to make a nice sweet. Okay, I'm making a turning motion when I put the stamps in because it's a very dense structure. So simple, effective, and again with just a few flowers you can impress your customers. And especially when we use techniques that are quick, then that means we also can earn a little bit of money as a florist. It's just going to be a really nice, quick, small bouquet. As you can see, I'm also layering a bit the gerbras. I think it's nice to have them a little bit together. So I hope everyone is enjoying and is getting some ideas.
I think so. We have
Really
over
well.
100 people watching, and I think they're all very satisfied with what you're doing because we don't have any questions so far.
So that means either a very good explanation
Yes, that.
or they're not awake yet. Very simple, very effective. Of course we can add a few more grasses going over the flowers to create extra depth. For now I just leave it like this because it's just again to show you the technique.
So, how hot is it?
It's about, they told me 26, 27 degrees here. But it has a high, how do you call it?
Humidity.
So
Yeah.
it's really warm.
Yeah.
I have a big ostrich egg and I've cut it open with again this tool, and the top part has become almost a pedestal on the down part. I have some foam inside, so really nice, simple and strong. I'm going to use a little bit of reindeer moss inside to create a little bit that nest feeling. And I'm just going to combine some colors. And instead of doing it really low, I'm just going to go a little bit higher.
I have another question there from Adel. He wants to know how many layers of grasses approximately.
I think six,
layers?
7 layers.
Okay. And Marie from Zimbabwe says you make everything look so easy. And it's also beautiful. So I guess that's why there are no questions, or not a lot of questions.
Well, that's the nice thing, and that's what I like, to make it look easy. And it's not always easy, but if it looks easy, you probably will try it quicker than if I make it really difficult. So I can make it really difficult and use difficult words, but by making it easy, I hope, you think, wow, I can do that. And in many cases you can, but sometimes it needs a little bit of practice.
Just give it a go, right?
Just give it a go. It's just forestry. We're not working on a hospital, on brain surgery, so nothing will happen if it goes wrong. It's just flowers. And the more pleasure and joy you get out of creating, that will all be in your work. People will feel that, and then sometimes it doesn't have to be beautiful, but it will feel beautiful because someone worked on it and enjoyed it. Very simple, very effective, and of course I have some holes there, and there was a reason for that. Haha. I have some wicker. I made it wet, so by making it wet, of course, it becomes really flexible, and I'm using the holes to make a movement, and in this way I'm also connecting that heavy egg a little bit with the top part of the design.
Another question. If you make the decoration with the pots yourself, or did you buy them like this?
Which pot?
Those decorations?
Oh, no, we made them. So
with your handy tool?
With the handy tool. Yeah, we made them ourselves. But probably something like this you can also buy.
It's nice, effective.
The last one. Come on, go in. Very simple. One egg, beautiful Gerbra's, and you have an impressive thing. Okay, last thing. I have some pieces of leather from an old couch. So when I see an old couch somewhere, I always go and strip it. Just a simple detail. And I have some square blocks of wood covered with again the leather. Drill the hole. And I'm just going to place it like this. I'm very happy that the size of the hole is exactly the size of the stem. I have them also a little bit in an angle, so you can play a little bit with that. I should have a few more. And of course, by using these blocks, it's a nice visual thing, but it's also a technical thing, because the more I put on, the stronger it becomes. And then if you like, of course, we can also use some flowers in between. But in this case, let's keep it simple, architectural. I think time is up. Half hour goes really quick. So I hope you enjoyed it. I think we have shown 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things. So I made my promise. 10 things, half an hour, go for it, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some inspiration to work with these beautiful varieties of gerbils from LG Flowers, and show us your work, because we really want to see what you create, because you can learn us so many things too. So see you next time here at Flower Factor. Bye bye.